I think, sifting those ideas through prayer is really important. Um, I think that talking to people is important, but I would also say don't throw out what's in your heart just because other people may not understand it or get it, because there's wisdom in a multitude of counselors, but there's also this element of sometimes God calls you to do things that are outside of the box and outside of the framework of what people understand. And people will be your biggest supporters and also your biggest, challengers that will come along and say, hey, what are you doing? And that's not of God, or you can't do that. And so to listen to that, but also to not listen to that, to listen to the Lord more than anything, and to really allow him to sift you. And I think that when you embark on an adventure like this with God, he has a way of sifting all that out and shaking things in your own life to where, you know, um, anything that does have a false motivation to it, he just kind of refines in the process. And if it's really of him, he will refine it and the roots will go deep, and he'll actually give you the grace to sustain things, even when it feels impossible. And I think that's another element too, is that if it is impossible, then it's going to take the Lord. And so it's actually really one of the hallmarks. Has it been tested? Is it impossible? Do other people not understand it? All those things actually are things that really, from scripture and the heroes of the faith in Hebrews 11, are all consistent with the way that God leads people. So I think that you take all that and then you launch forward and then
pray and fast.
Pray and then
pray fast, listen. Pray fast, listen.
I think for us, like, I've known there's been times that I have felt, Lord, you're really in this, because I know I don't have the strength to actually maintain this in myself. And there's a lot of times that I've wanted to quit, but you have grace to sustain me. It's almost like if you feel that you want to quit, that you're trying to quit, but almost like you can't. To me, that's a sign that the Lord has actually got his hand on something and he's pushing that agenda, So if those things aren't there, then it's a good point to just stop and turn around and do a 180. But I do think God is really faithful as you pray over things to give
good.
grace.
He's faithful. He's faithful to lead. He is the great shepherd, the shepherd of our soul. We can trust our shepherd to lead us, and we have to have hearts that hear and listen to wisdom. But God is so good. He will confirm what he wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.